Hi, I'm Lottie, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a Pilates workout using the resistance band. So it's a total body workout. I love using the resistance band. I think it's a really nice way to incorporate exercises that you might do on a reformer with the resistance using the band, and it's just fun and changes things up a little bit. It's a really kind of lightweight, easy piece of equipment, so you can travel with it, doesn't take up too much room, so I highly recommend getting one of these, and this is a little workout that you can do using it. So we're going to just start off by standing in our standing correctly position, so feet in line with your knees and with the front of your hips. Just find a nice neutral spine, a long spine, pressing the mat away. Reach the band forwards in front of the chest, so not too high, just kind of in line with your chest. And then just want enough tension on there to feel the band is nice and straight. And then you're going to inhale, lift tall, exhale, just going to pull on the band, working around the backs of the shoulders, the arms, and then inhale, release. So keep the navel drawing in towards the spine, keep the ribs from flaring open, and then just feel nice and wide through the collarbone. So palms are facing down, fingers facing forwards. And just starting to feel that work. You don't have to do many repetitions with the band to really kind of feel everything working. It's a really good piece of equipment. Staying long through the spine. So let's do one more, start to connect to that breath. And release. And then just turn the palms the other way, bring the elbows in towards the side of your waist, but not too far back, so just in line. And then again, standing tall, and then we're going to do a little rotation out and forwards. So the elbows stay into the side of the waist, and you're just rotating that upper arm, but also thinking of the shoulder opening up, the shoulders opening, the collarbone staying wide as you open and close. Good. So just check when you're standing here that you've got nice even weight on both feet. You're not locking out the knees, and you've got that sense of center. And when you do this one, really feeling those shoulders drawing in and down the back, working that posture. Okay, so we're gonna stand onto the band now. So just holding on to both sides, and then just coming down, standing onto the band, and then just doing a little side reach. So holding on, just enough resistance again to feel the band is nice and straight, and you've got that nice feeling of being pulled down through the shoulders. And then just stretching over to one side. So one side of the band becomes more slack, the other side stretches up, and then restacking. And again, tilting over, up and over to the side, and then restacking. So head, neck, spine, and just getting that lateral flexion of the body, the side waist. Keeping the pelvis nice and still. One more to each side. So I really like using the band for this one, because you get that little bit of a pull on that opposite side. Okay, and then we're just going to reach the arms back. So going into your chest expansion and then forwards. So just be careful when you reach the arms back, you don't stick the chest forwards. Keep those ribs in line, really working through the abdominals as well. So this is an exercise that you might have done on the reformer if you use the reformer, that chest expansion. So we're just using it here with the band. So lifting nice and tall through that spine. Okay, so we're going to transition onto the mat for some kickbacks. So we're going to work our glutes, the back of the legs. So keep one foot in the band, and then just cross the band over in front of that ankle. And then just make your way down onto your hands and knees. So you've created like a little hook for that band. And then come down onto your hands and knees, pressing the mat away, finding that neutral pelvis and that lift through the abdominals. And then we're gonna hover that right knee off, the leg that's still in the band, and you're gonna kick it back and then bring it in. So a really nice way to add some resistance to these kickbacks and feeling that work to strengthen the hamstring and the glutes, and really feel a press out through that heel and then coming in. So as well as working that back leg, also working the shoulders, the core. And you don't have to fully stretch the leg. If you're feeling any pinging in the back of the knee, just reach out is enough to switch on the glutes there. So 4 more on this leg. Keeping both hips facing down to the mat. Last 2. And you should feel both hips really working hard. Last one. And then we're just going to transition onto the other leg. So just come up. And then hook the band around the other foot, cross it over. Sometimes the trickiest part of this exercise is getting into the band here. And then keeping the foot flexed, coming onto your hands and knees, hands under the shoulders, hips nice and level. Make sure the elbows aren't locked, so softness through the elbows, and then again, pressing back and drawing in. And just notice that you're not dropping your head. Try and keep that length in the back of the neck. Pressing through that heel. And drawing the shoulders down. So 4 more. Very tiring when you keep that alignment. And last one, pressing back and then coming in. Okay, so we're going to come onto our backs now and work a little bit of those abdominals using the band. So crossing your band over, so folding it over so it's a little bit shorter. Just carefully, gently make your way onto your back. And then we're going to bring the band behind the back of the head. So it creates this little support for the head and holding out through the arms. So just check you're not tensing in the shoulders here as you hold the band. Just hold in lightly, softly, and then just nodding the chin and using the band to curl up. So really like this version of using the band to curl up. Keeping the pelvis nice and still. Drawing the sternum into the body as you curl up. Try not to tense those shoulders. And then on the next one, you're going to hold that curl up, keeping the length in the neck. So you can really think about pushing your head back into the band, but then keeping the height of the curl up. Lift your legs up into double knee fold position and bring your ankles together, knees apart. And then reach the band over the front of your shins. And then I just want you to have a sense of pulling down on the band. And draw the belly towards the spine and just hold it here. Working into that center. And then just bring the band back behind your head. Curl up a little bit higher. And then release all the way down. And just use the band to hug the knees in. And then just uncross the band again and bring the band around the feet. So we're going to do a little bit of footwork. So bring it nice and flat around the back of the feet. Heels together and really squeeze your heels together. Don't just let them tap, but really feel them squeezing in. And you might want to double up and kind of wrap your hands around the band either side, give yourself a little bit more resistance. And then we're just going to press out through the legs, through the heels, and draw back in. So when you press the legs away, zip up through the abdominals, keep those heels squeezing together, and then draw them in as much as you can. So you really get that kind of release through the hips. So pressing out through the heels, and then in to about the shoulders as you come in. Keep the tailbone down. And then we're going to take this up into our teaser. So I really like to use the band to practice doing a teaser, one of the most kind of famous and popular Pilates exercises, but also one of the most challenging. So the band, you're going to reach out through the legs, and now we're going to use the band to help us roll up. So just take time. If it's not there for you today, then don't worry, just keep practicing and doing all your Pilates and getting stronger and more mobile. You're pulling up into that teaser, and then to come back, bend the knees and slowly rock back to your mat. So we press out through the legs, roll up, and you can, without tensing your shoulders, you're sort of using the band to help you come all the way up into that teaser. And then bend the knees and slowly, like a little ball, rolling back. And let's do one more. So press out through, exhale, slowly scooping in, tip forwards, and then see if you can draw your chest up towards your feet a little bit more. And then this time, stay seated, just bend your knees and come all the way up. Just give your back a nice bit of extension, so lift up. And then slide your legs out straight, keeping the band around both feet. And we'll do a little row. So we're gonna row back with the right, twisting. And I've gone to the left. So used to doing the opposite side. And then pull back with the other way. And release. So even as you release, try not to collapse. So grow tall, twist and reach up through those obliques, through those sides. One more to each side, breathing out as you spiral and twist through that spine. And then control it back, keeping those legs nice and long. And then we'll just bring the legs into parallel and go into some leg circles. So take one foot out of the band, keep the other one in, and then slowly roll back to your mat, bringing your leg up, keeping both sides of the waist nice and long, elbows into the side, give you a little bit more stability, and then just lengthening that hamstring as you circle it around, mobilizing that hip. So a nice one to do with the band, to feel really supported with that leg up nice and straight. And really use the other leg like an anchor, anchoring you down. You can hold onto the band with that hand, same as the leg, and use the other hand to just check you're staying nice and centered. So cross over the body. And then we'll change sides, so bring the other leg up into the band, stretch the other leg down. So for this one, I would hold on to both sides, get that nice even circle. So lengthening. And then when you go away from the body first, hold on with one hand, draw it down, and then use the other hand to stabilize the other hip, just to see how that feels. So you can use the band to kind of pull and try and get a little bit more, but not in a tense way, not in a really kind of shoulders up by the ears, vigorous way, just a nice subtle pull in on that resistance. And then just bending that knee in, and then just keep the band folded in half here, use it to just kind of give yourself a nice hug with those knees in, a little rock left to right. And then just stretch your legs down, reach the arms back, and then just rolling up, bone by bone. And then reach the band around the feet, and just give yourself a little pull into that spine stretch forwards. So when you stretch, don't again collapse down, feel more lift through the abdominals. Exhale, reach the head forwards towards the feet. So you're using that band to help with that stretch. And then just slowly releasing all the way up. So I hope you found that fun, using the band for a little bit of a change. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more Pilates videos really soon. Goodbye.